guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday. This is your Wednesday motivational video, your midweek motivational video for your day and for the rest of your week. It's halfway to the weekend, you guys. I always get excited because even though I'm never off, just the weekends always seems to just feel better. I don't know. But anyway, you guys, I just came back from running some errands. I'm excited because I'm making tacos for dinner today, and I haven't had tacos in so long. And then considering that I was on this juice fast, one of my absolute favorite places to go eat is Chipotle. Like Tyrone knows, he can't keep me away from Chipotle. Although I haven't been to Chipotle yet since I came back on my fast. I'm trying to just kind of ease my way back into eating meat and eating a lot healthier. So I am making tacos today, beef tacos with, and I love my tacos loaded with onions and tomatoes and cheese, of course, dairy-free cheese, dairy-free sour cream, avocados, hot sauce, lettuce. Did I say tomatoes? Yeah. And I use these cassava taco shells that are like so airy and crunchy. Like they're not the hard crunchy. They're like an airy crunchy. They're so good. I can literally eat like 6 tacos. But anyway, I'm going to try to pace myself. Oh, and I'm going to be making some cookies later. Just my treat, you know. I haven't had my chocolate covered bananas, my little Snicker bars. If you guys know, if you guys join my live stream gaming, you guys know that a lot of times I'm always snacking on something. One of my favorite snacks is my healthy Snickers, which is bananas. I cut up some bananas and then I put some peanut butter on it, and then I dip it in chocolate and I freeze them. So they're kind of like Snicker bars. You've got to try it. Don't knock it until you try it. But anyway, you guys, message for today. I had the title in my head. And now I'm drawing a blank. Give me 1 second, y'all, because I had something written down. I did have something written down. Because I like writing down like different ideas and stuff like that as they come to me, like as I am, you know, going through something, or even if I'm not going through something. Like a lot of my ideas kind of come in the morning when I'm having like time to myself. But so anyway, my message for you guys today is some inspiration or motivation is, you know, we get what we give access to. That's what I wanted to say. We give what we give access to. Kind of goes hand in hand with what you are, what you think about, or manifesting good or bad. Either way, whatever that you put out there, it's going to come back. So sometimes, you know, we go through life and we feel like we have our moments where we feel attacked, or we feel like everything's kind of falling apart around us. So we feel like, you know, maybe if you're spiritual, maybe you're going through a spiritual warfare. Maybe you're just kind of being attacked, you know, spiritually or emotionally, mentally, whatever the case may be. And sometimes we have to take a step back and ask ourselves, well, what exactly did we give access to that allowed for this to come into my life? And some people may say, oh, well, I didn't ask for this. I know you didn't necessarily ask for it, but you gave access to something that allowed that to come in. And a lot of the times when we are going through things and we choose to stay in like a negative place, we are attracting negativity, no matter how you look at it. Because at the end of the day, you may be carrying a lot of negative energy. You may smile here and there. You may laugh here and there. You may have a good time talking to a friend. But after all of that is said and done, you're still carrying this negative energy with you. And so when you carry that negative energy with you, you are inviting more negativity or more negative energy. So you are giving access. You are giving access to negative vibes, negative energy. It's almost like you've opened the door and say, hey, negativity, come on in. The door's open, you know, and you've opened up all the windows, and, you know, there is no, you know, air filtration going through it. You're just inviting all that negativity in. And I personally know that for me, I've come a long way with how I handle my emotions, what I give access to mentally and emotionally and spiritually, what I give access to, because I am a big believer in um manifesting, whether it's good or bad. You can definitely manifest your day. You can manifest the next moments. You really can. And for me, I've come a long way because I used to, and not only did I not know how to deal with my emotions, but I've been through a lot of trauma where I I didn't quite know whether I was coming or going emotionally. And then energetically was even worse because I was also dealing with anxiety. And so a lot of the times, especially with people who have anxiety, when you feel fearful, when you worry too much, you lose your appetite. You don't want to be bothered, but at the same time, you don't want to be alone. And, you deal with feeling a lot of darkness and a lot of doom and a lot of, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? And you kind of get closed off. And I used to be the type where I would call out of work sometimes, out of school. I wouldn't pick up the phone at certain times for certain people, for anybody for that matter. I used to get upset and close myself off in a room somewhere and cry and cry and cry and allow that to really take over me. And by the time the evening came, I was so emotionally and energetically worn out that I didn't know how to crawl my way out of it. Okay. And then with anxiety, anxiety used to always kind of tell me that this is going to happen again, or it always had me in a state of worry. Now I'm at a point where I choose to operate in love. I choose to operate in positivity because I know that doing the opposite will rob me of my peace, will rob me of joy, will rob me of any blessings that I may have in front of me for the day. You may miss, a good thing that may happen to you. You may, and I think I mentioned this in another video at some other point in time. When you're in a bad mood or when you're in this negative realm, let's say you're in the grocery store and someone is just in a really, really good mood and someone's just being happy and they say hello to you and you kind of look at them with a side eye like, and ignore them and keep it going. You may have missed the mark of being a blessing to that person because maybe that person is smiling at you, but they're going through so much at that moment and all they want is for someone to acknowledge them, and you completely ignore them literally to their face. And that's what happened because you've allowed all this negative energy to consume you so much that you missed being a blessing to someone else. And I know that's a little too deep for some people, maybe not. Some will get it and some won't. But I've learned that over time. I've learned that over the years. And now I'm at a point where I choose to still operate in love because I still, despite everything I've been through, and maybe one day I will disclose everything. And I think maybe one of these days I'll start a little segment on relationships and trauma and things like that, and we can talk about it. Maybe I'll do live streams with it and I'll give you guys my story and we can share things. But I've learned how to not do that. I've learned how to continue to still operate with the love that I know I still carry in my heart. And despite what I've been through, even at my worst, even when I'm going through chaos, even when I am going through a storm, I am still super grateful because I am choosing to move differently than I used to. I choose to still move with love where I couldn't do that before. And I am so proud of the fact that I can still carry love in my heart in spite of what I went through. And so I continue to choose time and time again to operate in that. And it's not that I am not aware of what's going on, but it's just me choosing to not be in a negative space because I don't want to miss any marks. I don't want to miss any opportunities. I don't want to miss anything that the day has in store for me. So I continue to remain productive. I continue to remain encouraged, inspired, disciplined, because sometimes I'm not motivated, but if I have discipline, I can continue to keep going and that will start driving my motivation again. And so, that's why it's so important to, not, give access to, what's going on around you because it literally can consume you, good and bad. So if you want to give something access, always give peace access. Always Give access to happiness. Give access to joy. It doesn't mean that you are not, you know, being aware. Like, let's say you had an argument with someone, or maybe, you know, you had a bad day at work. It doesn't mean that you are not aware of what happened. It doesn't mean that you are not taking accountability. It just means that you are choosing to move differently than someone else would. Opposed to someone else still choosing to stay in a negative space, you are choosing to move in peace with the acknowledgement of what happened, but you're still choosing to move in peace. And that is super important, because you are still in control of your emotions. Once you start to control your emotions and you start to master your emotions, you start to take hold of peace and joy and happiness and love. Does that make sense? I'm hoping that helped a lot of you, because I know sometimes halfway to the weekend, we tend to want to hurry up and get to the weekend because we can't deal anymore, because the beginning of the week was so hard. But I promise you, things will get better. The weekend is coming. Just look forward to taking some rest, taking some time for yourself, but make sure that you are giving yourself access to all the good things, so you don't miss anything. All right, leave your comments down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys are up to. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodles!